I spent 3 years in prison to protect my son, only to be kicked out of my home after release. My wife and son called me a rapist and threw me out of my own house. I couldn't believe my own house. I couldn't believe my eyes as I stared at the divorce papers in my hands, my stomach churning with pain. Why are you doing this to me? I shouted, my voice cracking with emotion. Rachel, my wife sneered. She raised her high-heeled foot and pressed it against my chest. You are nothing but a rapist, she spat, pushing me backward with force. The man beside her laughed heartily. Still dreaming about Aaron taking care of you in your old age, he doesn't even. Rachel's face changed slightly and she quickly covered his mouth. Aaron rushed out of the room just in time, dragging the adulterous couple back inside. He then turned to me and kicked me in the forehead. Get lost, old man, bangsh. The security door slammed shut with such force that it caused the peeling paint on the surrounding walls to crumble and fall to the ground. As the air filled with the smell of dust, I struggled to my feet and began pounding on the door. This is my house. It's the property my father left me. You are the ones who should get out, I roared, feeling like my heart was about to explode with rage. My name is Jack Wilson and I am 47 years old. I am an only child. My father's generation caught the wave of urban renewal and we were given 2 houses and over $100,000 in compensation. Even though I didn't have much talent or education, I could have lived a comfortable life with any job. Later, I met my wife Rachel at a massage parlor. She was masseuse number 78, and she was the first truly beautiful woman I had ever been close to since entering society. Later, she even transferred back to me all the money I had spent on her massages over 2.5 years, saying, I've saved up all the money you've spent on me these past 2.5 years. I am giving it all back to you now. Don't come back anymore. She even cried and said that if there was a next life, she would never do this job again and would definitely want to be my wife that night. Rachel took the initiative to keep me there. She said she wanted to turn in an answer sheet for her youth. Even if she didn't pass, she wouldn't regret it. The bone-melting tenderness broke down all my psychological defenses. Afterward, I saw a pool of bright red on the bed and realized it was her first time too. I have to admit I had a thing for virgins. To be honest, I was a virgin myself. So when I saw the red on the bed, I made up my mind to take her home. I hid Rachel's job as a masseuse from my father, saying she was an accountant at a company. Later, Rachel became pregnant and we had a shotgun wedding. All my friends envied me for finding such a beautiful wife. I was very content myself after raising our son from birth until he graduated and landed a high-paying job before I could even enjoy the moment the terrible news of Aaron sexually assaulting a female classmate came. I thought to myself, I've raised this son all my life. I can't let him be ruined like this, can I? So, at my son's pleading, I stepped forward and took all the blame upon myself, but I never imagined that karma would come back to hit me 3 years later. For my son's sake, I was willing to be a criminal because I am his father, but now I don't think that way anymore. Anyone can call me a criminal except my son and wife. I clenched my fists tightly and went downstairs. My stomach growled embarrassingly. I dug out the innermost pocket of my clothes and handed the little money I had earned from prison labor to the noodle shop owner in the community. 1 beef, no, 1 vegetable noodle please. I could eat more meals if I stuck to vegetable noodles, old Jack. The shop owner quickly recognized me, though he seemed unsure of my identity. Looking at the shop owner, I couldn't help but feel a sense of familiarity. Shevin still remembered me. It's me, you. My pupils constricted slightly. The shop owner ducked into the kitchen without a word, and the next second he rushed out with a kitchen knife looking fierce. You shameless old bastard, I'll kill you. I was terrified and ran away, but I bumped into a young girl face to face.